And I had a student, Matt Cole, who had gone to Atlanta to the orthodontist because Newnan, Georgia didn't have any orthodontist. If you wanted your teeth straight, you had to go to Atlanta. And I was only 2 years old. I was really young. I hadn't been teaching very long. And Matt came to class. Matt was a tease. Matt was a lot of fun. He was always joking. And he stopped in the door and said, "The president has been shot." And I remember very clearly saying, "Oh, come on in, Matt." And about that time, the PA clicked on. The box used to be at the front of the room on the wall. And we were all very quiet as we listened to the principal, O.P. Evans, tell us that the principal told us that the president had just been shot. And we didn't know what to say. We were really quiet for a long time. We just sat and didn't even look at each other. On the following Sunday, I got home from church and walked in the house and turned the TV on. And while I just stopped and looked at the TV, and my two friends, a little bit behind me, came in the door, and I looked around and I said, "Y'all, Oswald has just been shot." So I was standing right there looking at TV when Oswald was shot. And when I had studied Walt Whitman talked about Abraham Lincoln's assassination. He talked about how quiet Brooklyn, New York was, and how everybody just sat at home and ate very little and waited for the latest newspaper to read what the latest news. And we just all sat in front of the TV and watched TV, and that's all it was. And then when you studied Julius Caesar, you studied that the ancient Romans and Greeks believed that nature mimicked the chaos of the human world. The night Caesar was killed, remember the storms, the slave that held his hand up turned into a flame. You remember John Brown's hanging, Harper's Ferry, the meteor shower across the United States in 1859 that was supposed to have foretold a major conflict in the United States. And my history lesson part of it was paralleling those lessons from the past, and especially Walt Whitman and what he said about the death of Abraham Lincoln, the parallel in the two. Now, I know some of my students really believe that I was there when Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, and that's okay. You know, I probably claim to have been, but that's my part of history. That's one of the biggies in my history. Thank you for listening.